Excellent talk, Dr. Swapnesh. We'll move ahead to the next talk for now and then take up the discussion later. The next talk is by Dr. Rohit Modi, who will be speaking on refurbished equipments.
Am I audible, Dr. Karan?
Yes, you are, and your screen is visible as well.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Karan. Thanks, Dr. Divyakant and the whole UC team for this opportunity. So we are going to discuss about refurbished equipments, whether to invest in that or not. And after the first three talks, what we have understood, heard, we realize the importance of financial planning before starting our practice, and that's where these refurbished equipments come into picture. So why to think about refurbished? It's about money. A rupee saved is a rupee earned. That's very important concept which I have learned over a period of few years. Now most of the stuff we get refurbished is at least at 50% discount. Many a times it can be at even 70% discount. And the return on investment concept is something which is very important to understand. And this is one of my uncles who told me this, that any equipment you buy, the thumb rule needs to be at least be 4 years. Within the 4 years, the machine needs to earn on its own. Like if you're buying a OCT, the number of scans needs to return the investment on OCT. And that's where the return on investment concept comes. The thumb rule is of 4 years, or you can apply the Marwadi Funda, that there is 1% depreciation of any machine you buy, and 1% is the interest on the capital you've invested. So let's say a machine is worth 20 lakh rupees. So 1% depreciation would mean 20,000 per month, plus additional 1% interest is what you pay, on the capital you have invested. That will be 2% a month. And hence, at least 2% investment per month should be taken as return on investment, which means in 4 years, the return would be 96%, which is as good as rule of thumb. So, if you do a basic calculation, if a OCT machine is costing you 20 lakhs, the return on investment needs to be 40K. And per patient scan cost is 2K. So the first 20 patients scan is only for the return on investment. And mind you, I'm not taking into consideration the AMC you pay for the machine. That's additional. So that way you will be able to understand whether to invest in a machine or to collaborate with someone who has already the machine. Now, if you buy a refurbished equipment, this calculation comes down to half, and the amount saved would mean less amount of loan required, less interest and EMI, and less amount of stress. I read, in one of the bestsellers, do investments which make you sleep peacefully at night. And this is what refurbished equipments can do for you. And you get more money for investment. And if you start investing early, it could mean a huge difference when you're retiring. The net worth can be twice if you're even 10 years late. Now, which are the equipments which you can think of easily getting the refurbished ones? I believe the OPD setup, which is there, and the microscope, because these equipments require least amount of care. And the total equipment cost for OPD and plus the microscope could be, if you buy a new one, could be 23 to 24 lakhs, which can cut down by at least 40 to 50%. And OPD chair and slit lamp again wouldn't require much maintenance. Auto ref K, they run for years well, and microscope well maintained. And independent service engineers are at least available easily in the metros, which can actually assess the status of that refurbished equipment which is available. Obviously, you can compare the features with the latest version, and you can plan a few months in advance, because sometimes that particular machine may not be available immediately. And if you plan in advance, you can get better offers. And sometimes good deals can be available at odd times. So one of the things we need to check is if any major parts have been replaced, number of years of usage, and will the original company give service if it is bought from a third party? Because sometimes the current dealers may not be interested in giving service even if you pay for a refurbished equipment. And some of the machines can be outdated in the sense like Alcon has stopped giving service for certain machines. So for certain machines, it may give service only for next 3 to 4 years. So you know that if you're buying a machine at a particular cost, you may not be able to use it after a X number of years. Obviously, the tricky decision comes when you're looking at your operative setup in terms of phaco or vitrectomy machine or an excimer laser. And in these things, well, we have to, basically balance out with the kind of investment we have and what is the cost of a new brand machine. Basic knowledge of machine functioning is absolutely necessary before buying a refurbished one, and what kind of warranty is available. Sometimes the same companies do sell their own refurbished machines with a good amount of warranty, and there is some risk taking required in this. So a little bit of courage is required. Now, this was one of the offers which was circulated in one of the refractive groups, where they were, giving a excimer laser for as less as 75 lakhs, and they were giving some warranty with it also. In fact, they have multiple offers where you could actually deposit some interest-free deposit, and then you can pay per patient basis also to them. Now, I believe the green laser as a retina practitioner needs to be buy a new one, especially if you're buying the Indian one. They are quite cost effective because the laser cavity depletion and the fiber optic cable status cannot be ascertained. Servicing can be expensive, and refurbs are sometimes more expensive than the locally made. So the imported refurbs are more expensive. Again, OCT, one of the companies I had just contacted for the sake of presentation, they said for OCT, we only give 3 months of warranty, and that is too short a period. And replacement, even for OCT, if you are saving something like 5 to 10 lakhs, one replacement of part can, be as expensive as 3 to 4 lakhs. So your whole purpose is not achieved. And companies can in fact give a 3 or a 4 year warranty, and if you have a good running institute, you can even think of IL bundling. Obviously take it carefully, and don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Sometimes the decisions can backfire, hence a background knowledge about machine functioning is absolutely required. Maintenance issues sometimes can be faced, hence take in confidence the local service